Mhm. Namaste to all.
Pranam Maharaj.
Namaste, namaste, everyone. So we'll start with our prayer.
प्रणाम स्वामी जी।
Namaste, namaste. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Par Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarva dharma swarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padpadme Tayoh Sritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadatatam Bhuvi Grananti Bhurida Janaha. Your nectar-like words, warm and inspiring life stories, eulogized by learned sages, are indeed eradicator of shoots of ignorance. These are auspicious to hear and propitious to inculcate in one's life. Those who take these words to the world are indeed great benefactor of the world. So satsang. Satsang. Sang means companionship. Sang means also attachment. So Vishaya Sangha, when we say Vishaya Sangha, that means it is attachment with objects of the world. But Satsanga means it promotes Nissanga. Satsangate Nissangatvam. That means this Satsanga promotes Nissanga. That means detachment. Detachment from what? From worldly objects. When we say detachment from worldly objects, does it mean that we should jump out of this world? No. We have to be in this world with all our people, with everything. But still, we should be detached. Sri Ramakrishna gave example of a boat. Boat means it should remain in water. But water should not be in the boat. Then it will capsize. So, when we say satsang, that means it promotes nissanga. Satsangate nissangatvam. So, nissanga means, even in Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan says that asanga shastrena dridhana chitva. One should detach oneself from this world with the sword of detachment. Detachment means here we have to deal with everyone. सबसे बसिए सबसे रसिए सबका लीजिए नाम हाँ जी करते रहिए बैठिए अपने ठाम. That means you have to deal with everyone. You have to interact with all those who come in contact with you. But at the same time, you should be anchored in your own divine self. That means in God. God is manifesting in many forms, even your relatives, your whosoever come in contact with you. But we have to keep this idea that He is God, not our he or she is not my impediment, object of attachment, worldly attachment. So attachment means also one should be involved. Like Arjuna, when Sri Krishna taught him this lesson, that you should fight, you should not abandon your fighting, you should perform your duties, but at the same time you can be detached. So involved in fighting, one is most intensely involved. If he is not involved, he may be killed. So he has to save himself and also attack others to kill. This is fight. So how this is possible? One is totally involved but detached. It is possible. We see in the case of Holy Mother. Holy Mother was totally involved in this world. People even said that, Mother, you are totally attached with this world. But see, when she withdrew herself, then we came to know that she was totally detached. If someone was aggrieved or someone passed away and one is going through very distressed state, mother would weep with that person, maybe a man or woman, but at the same time she was totally anchored in her own divine self. She did not show in any way that she's aloof from everyone. She was totally as if entangled. Someone said, Mother, you look like you are entangled in Maya. He said, my son, you are right. I myself am Maya. So this is the life of Holy Mother that we can see. We can understand how one should be totally involved, but again totally detached. In Bhagavad Gita it is said, Karmani akarma yah pashyet. He who sees while performing that he is not performing and not performing his duty, not doing any action. And also, while he is not doing any action, he should think that he is doing immense work. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. Karmanya karma yaha pashyet, akarmani cha karma yaha sabuddhiman manusheshu. He is the wisest person in human being. Sayukta Krishna karma krit. And he is united with me. And he is Krishna karma krit. That means he has done his duty well and very perfectly. We see in Holy Mother, totally involved, totally detached. With everyone, she behaved like she loved her most. And she loved. There is no falsity in that. But that love is not maddening, not entangling, not infatuation. Rather, that love is divine. So somebody asked, you say everyone is your santan. Santan means your progeny. You are mother of everyone. Are you mother of Sri Ramakrishna also? He said, yes. As mother loves her child. Mother loved everyone, but again, she was detached. So this is when we come to contact with that character, then only we understand the meaning of scripture, meaning of karma yoga, how one should perform action. While performing action, one should be totally detached, totally involved, but totally detached. So for us also, this is a great teaching. So satsang here, when you are in companionship with someone, your divine nature manifests. That is satsang. And if you contact with someone and you are in companionship with someone where your bad qualities come up, that is not satsang. One should avoid that. Avoid that sangha, that companionship. So with these words, let us continue our study of Holy Mother, because her life itself is her teaching. Through life, she taught us a great deal. What Swamiji had to explain, and Swamiji had to travel to America or various places. What Mother did is example for us all. Sri Ramakrishna is like scientist. He discovered truth in the laboratory of Dakshineshwar. And Swamiji spread it all over the world. But there should be some demonstrating piece. So Mother was demonstration of what our scriptures say, what Sri Ramakrishna taught. So it's a great inspiration that we are to inculcate the qualities of Holy Mother and be blessed. So with these words, let us continue our study, because when we read through the incidents and happenings of her life, then only we can contemplate. Yes. Who is reading, David?
Yes, I'm reading, Swami.
Okay.
Page 492, starting with obstinate disciples. It is very difficult to be a guru. All disciples are not obedient, respectful, loving, and considerate. Some are obstinate, selfish, complaining, and demanding. Sarada described in her reminiscences what the compassionate mother had to go through with an inconsiderate woman devotee. I visited the mother one afternoon and found a woman kneeling near her feet, begging with tears for initiation. The mother was seated on her bedstead. She refused to comply, saying, "I have already told you that I will not be able to initiate you now. I am not well." The woman was insistent. The mother was annoyed and said, "You think only of yourself. You are perfectly satisfied if you get the sacred mantra, but you never think of the consequences." But the woman was inexorable. All of us felt disgusted. Holy Mother at last asked her to come another day. Then the woman requested the mother to ask one of the monks to give her initiation. "Suppose they refuse," said Mother. Woman: "What do you mean, Mother? They must obey you." Mother: "In this matter, they may refuse to comply with my request." Finding the woman unrelenting, the mother said, "Well, I shall ask Koka, Swami Subodhananda. He will initiate you." So Swami Subodhananda initiated people?
Later, yes.
But the woman started insisting again and said, "I shall be happy to be initiated by you. You can certainly fulfill my desire if you like." The woman brought out 10 rupees and said, "Here is some money. You may purchase the necessary articles for initiation." We all felt mortified at her impudence. At last the mother was angry and said severely, "What? Do you mean to tempt me with money? You cannot coax me with these coins. Take them back." Holy Mother immediately left the room. Being hard pressed by the woman, the mother at last agreed to initiate her on the sacred Mahashtami day. That woman soon took leave of us. It is easy to raise good and well-behaved children, but it is extremely painful for the mother if the children are disobedient, disrespectful, demanding, and difficult. Every mother in the world should take a lesson from Holy Mother on how to handle ill-behaved children. Swami Arupananda recalled, one morning, a disciple, an eccentric young man, came to Holy Mother at Jairambati and demanded monastic initiation. He urged her to make him mad and give him a vision of the master immediately. Somehow, she pacified him for the time being and sent him home. But his eccentricity increased and he returned to Jairambati. He felt that the mother had the power to give him a vision of Sri Ramakrishna, but was refusing to do so. He said, "Mother, won't you let me see the master?" Mother, "Yes, you will see him. Don't be so restless." Disciple angrily, "You are only deceiving me. Here is your rosary. Take it back. I don't care for it anymore." He flung the rosary at her. "All right," said the mother. "Remain forever the child of the master." He left the place at once. Now he really became insane and began to write abusive letters to the Swamis of the Ramakrishna mission, not sparing even Holy Mother. One day I asked the mother, "Did he return the mantra with the rosary?" Can anyone ever return the mantra? The mother replied, "Can that ever be possible? The mantra is a living thing. Can anyone who received it give it back? Can he, once having felt attraction for the guru, give him up? Someday in the future, this man will come around and fall at the feet of those whom he now abuses." He once said to me, "Mother, make me mad." "Why?" said I. "Why should you be mad? Can anyone without committing many sins ever be mad?" The devotee again began to visit Udbodhan house, but was rebuffed by the Swamis. He lived on the bank of the Ganges and sometimes took his meal on the outer porch of Udbodhan. One day he was taken to Holy Mother with her permission. Trying to pacify him in various ways, she said, "The master used to say, at the time of death, I shall have to stand by those who pray to me. These are his words. You are my child. What should you be afraid of? Why should you behave like a madman? That will disgrace the master. People will say that one of his devotees has become mad. Should you conduct yourself in a way that discredits the master? Go home and live as others do. Eat and lead a normal life. At the time of your death, the master will reveal himself to you and take you to him." The devotee was consoled by the mother's words and gradually regained his normal state of mind.
So we can see here in this example how mother had to forbear, forgive, and also impart her grace on all, even mad, even poor. So right from Sri Ramakrishna, direct disciples, and all others, and up to the robber, her sphere of grace has no boundary, as it were, the whole spectrum of people. So here we can find how mother behaved with all, and for their own good. It's not that that will harm them, rather for their good, she interacted with them. So this is a great lesson. We are sometimes, we cannot handle properly. Sometimes we may be angry also. But for her, she was mother, so therefore her motherly behavior and to uplift one and all, that's remarkable. Anyway, not much to say, we will read. Yes, go ahead.
The next section is Holy Mother's omniscience.
A bit,
Mukunda,
like speed can be moderated a little.
okay.
Good.
Mukunda Bihari Saha was a student of Scottish Church College in Calcutta. He became very close to M, the recorder of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and he heard about the mother from him. One day, Mukunda approached Holy Mother, asking her for initiation. Smiling, she said, "Very well, my son. Come tomorrow morning." He asked, "What should I bring?" She answered, "Nothing, just a few flowers." Mukunda recalled, "The next morning, I went to the mother's house with only a few flowers. When the initiation was over, the attendant monk asked me, 'Haven't you brought any sweets?' I was deeply embarrassed. The next day, after classes, I hastened to pay homage to the mother. Mindful of my embarrassment on the previous day, I brought some sweets. The attendant monk who had mentioned the sweets on the previous day asked me, 'From where are you coming?' I replied, 'Straight from college.' Showing him the packet of sweets, I said, 'I brought this for the mother.' He exclaimed, 'Silly boy, to have brought sweets for the mother without changing your clothes. I doubt whether the mother will eat any of them.' I was very sad. I went upstairs, intending only to offer pranam and then go away. As soon as I rose after touching her feet, the mother said, 'My son, won't you give me the sweets you have brought for me?' The all-knowing mother. I stood silently. The mother repeated, 'Well, my son, give me the sweets.' When she stretched out her hand, I handed over the small packet to her with great hesitation. Tears trickled down from my eyes. I told her that I'd come straight from the college without changing my clothes. 'It does not matter,' she replied. She opened the packet, took a little sweet, and then returned the whole packet to me, saying, 'Please eat. It tasted like ambrosia.'"
Wow. So wicked. The incident itself is wonderful. So mother knew that we are not perfect. That is why she forgave. Though this is the customary that one should go to holy darshan, we call it. Darshan means to be in presence of divine being. So with all purity. So that's the way. But it does not matter with mother. It is for our own sake that if we practice holiness and also cleanliness, that purifies us. It's not for her or anyone. When we go to the temple, before that we take bath and fresh clothes so that we are pure from within, and therefore our mind also will be pure. If you have not taken bath and clothes are dirty, then you feel bad. That is the thing. But for mothers, all forgiving. So anyway, go ahead.
Anada Charan Sengupta, a disciple of the mother, recalled, "During Christmas vacation, I went to visit the mother at Udbodhan from Barisal. I had read the story of Girish giving the power of attorney over his life."
Barishal was in East Bengal, now Bangladesh, and there people are very devoted. East Bengal, that time it was very devoted people resided there. Yeah.
I had read the story of Girish giving the power of attorney over his life to Sri Ramakrishna, and that thought penetrated my mind. I decided that I would offer the power of attorney to the mother mentally, without making it known to anyone. After bathing in the Ganges, I went to Udbodhan house, and Swami Sardananda asked the brahmachari to escort me to the mother. I saw that the mother was seated on her bed, dangling her feet with a long veil over her face. Disappointed, I waited a while. When the brahmachari asked me to finish pranam quickly, I bowed down, putting an apple at her feet, and mentally said, "Mother, please accept the power of attorney over my life." When I raised my head, I saw her veil on the top of her head, and she was looking at me graciously. There was an affectionate smile on her face. I received the answer to my prayer in the mother's smile. After some time, I wondered whether the mother still remembered me. Then I heard from one of my relatives in Calcutta that the mother had inquired about me.
Yes.
Holy Mother's advice to disciples. Krishna says in the Gita, learn it, wisdom, by prostration, by inquiry, and by service.
Tad viddhi pranipatena. Know him. Tat viddhi. Pranipatena means with humility, with offering pranams, with offering obeisance, prostration, and by inquiry, by asking questions, pariprashna. Pariprashna, prashna is questions, but pariprashna has got a connotation. Not asking for asking sake, asking for knowing something, real seeking, so that whatever you feel that you are not understanding, that should be asked. And by service, pariprashnena sevaya, offering services. And then it is ordained to the wise who have seen the truth will teach you that wisdom. Yes.
True seekers of God encounter various obstacles and doubts on their spiritual journey. It is always wise to have these doubts cleared by the Guru. On different occasions, Holy Mother gave the following advice on spiritual life to some of her disciples. To Kailash Kamini Roy, one should transform this gross body into a spiritual body through sadhana, so one should take care of the body. To Swami Abhyaktananda, disease and austerity are the same thing. One can destroy the results of past actions through austerity and also through disease. Swami Kaivalyananda said, or asked, Mother, there are so many bad and good thoughts arising in my mind. What will happen to me? Holy Mother replied, don't worry about it. In this Kali Yuga, mental sin is not considered a sin unless that sinful thought is executed. In other ages, virtue and vice would take place through the resolution of the mind. In this Kali Yuga, good thoughts will definitely bear good results.
So this thought is important, because whatever we think, we have that inclination. And if we have inclination, that we perform. The thought is very important. That's a good thought is very good. But suppose some bad thought also came, what to do? Not to give importance to that. When you don't give importance, then gradually it will die down. This is one, it's a negation. But better do something positive, have something positive ideas. Then naturally, the bad thoughts will not get its space. If you go to east, the west will be left behind. So if we have good thoughts, that's why one should engage in good work to cultivate good thoughts. And also to do something positive, helpful, service to others. Mother used to do work almost all the time when she was awake. So why? Because mother used to tell also that one should keep on doing something so that no bad thoughts can be harbored or say like raised and reared in mind. So this is the teaching of Holy Mother, that one should continue to do something, some helpful services or reading. Reading also is good. If you cannot read, then doing japam, mantra. These are very important teachings of Mother. Because japa, when you are concentrating, lots of bad thoughts will go away. But nowadays, this social media, that is destroying, that attracts our attention, and it is not helpful. Rather, it kills our time. So one should avoid that. Okay.
Nalin Sakar said, Mother, my mind does not always like to practice japa and meditation. Sometimes I like it, and sometimes it is distasteful. Holy Mother responded, as there is a dark fortnight and a bright fortnight, so is the condition of the mind, sometimes good and sometimes bad. This is the law of nature. Whatever be the condition of the mind, never give up your habit of sitting for meditation in the morning and evening. Sometimes the mind does not like to sit for meditation, even when the mind is in good condition. Again, sometimes it becomes absorbed, despite a restless condition. It is hard to say when the mind will get absorbed in God.
So, the giving importance. If you are hungry, then what happens? You seek food. You'll find wherever it is. If it is not in your house, then you'll go to shopping center. If there is dearth of food there, then you'll go somewhere. You'll have to find some food to appease your hunger. So one should have that hunger within. Then he'll find what he's seeking. So suppose it is not, still it is not concentrating, then one should think about one's death. Death is coming. Body is fading. If you think about your death, then only you'll think about God. Because then you'll know that this body will die. What will happen to us? So then one can. So one should think about that temporariness of this world, futility of this world. Then only one will have that interest to do japam and concentrate on her ideal. See, body is getting old. All kinds of miseries are waiting. Disease, old age, death, janma, mrityu, jara, vyadhi, dukkha, doshanu, darshanam. So one should have that faults inherent in this. Therefore, we should not neglect our japam. Yeah.
After initiating Gopal Kinkar Sen, the mother said to him, for all these years you have been a man, and now you are an awakened man. Repeat the mantra as much as you can, but always pray to the master.
Yeah, prayer is also very good. When the mind is not concentrating, say prayer. Just look at the picture of Holy Mother or Sri Ramakrishna, or for that matter, any incarnation of God. But advantage of Sri Ramakrishna is his picture was taken. All other pictures are, or photos or whatever, painting is all painted, imagination. But Sri Ramakrishna's photo is, it is historic. It was taken. And we can see in his eyes that divine, divine sign. You can, if you look at his eyes, you'll know that his eyes are indrawn. anchored his in own self. So this is special in the eyes of Sri Ramakrishna. Yes.
Swami Pranatmananda asked, I have a desire to go on a pilgrimage. Is it good? Holy Mother replied, visiting holy places is very good. It purifies the mind. But it is better to have initiation before going on a pilgrimage. In a letter to Taraknath Roy Chaudhary, Holy Mother advised, the meaning of giving the power of attorney is to surrender one's entire responsibility to God. Even after giving the power of attorney, one should repeat one's Ishta mantra and remember God at least at the end of the day. Once when Radha was sick, Holy Mother asked Nandarani to perform the master's worship. Nandarani replied that she did not know the mantra. The mother instructed her, first wipe the master's picture with a moist cloth, then offer a flower and tulsi leaves with sandal paste at his feet. Afterwards, offer to him food that you've prepared, saying, Master, please eat this food. Finally, repeat your Ishta mantra.
So like her worship was very simple. It's not with all paraphernalias. Rather, it is talking to the divine, meditating on the divine form. So that way, worship should be performed. Sri Ramakrishna made spiritual life very simple. Mother made yet simpler. Just pray, just offer, talk to him like this. That worship is. And see, like a mother and a small child, they don't know each other. They cannot speak their heart, but mother knows. That is why we should have that love and dependence on mother. Yes.
Swami Varadananda came from Kaligat with a vermilion mark on his forehead. He looked very handsome with his fair complexion, ochre cloth, and the vermilion mark. After Varadananda bowed down to Holy Mother, she looked at his face and remarked, the master used to say, one should not exhibit the mark of one's religion outside.
So this is one thing that we should not show the signia. That means like all kinds of, as Sri Ramakrishna used to say, it is like signboards that see I am a devotee. So then you can ask, why Swamis you wear this gerua? But in Upanishad it is said, tapasa vapyalingyat. That means one should have some mark. So why is it not contradictory? No. This is to protect oneself from society. So when we wear this, we feel we are not like ordinary means not like say like other people, because it is like a dog with a belt. So everybody will know, oh, he has a owner. So like that. Tapasa bhapya linga. That means one should have tapas, penance, with insignia also. So it is for, when we wear this is normal. So it has normalized. But if you do occasionally, then it looks like advertisement. And one Swami said that it's like a bull. When it is marked, then it loudly, it's a hokka sar doer bhar nun diye diye takna mar. That means in Bengali, that means children come to that bull and tease it, and it starts blowing. What is that called? Like when cows say, like, I mean, that make noise, mow, or whatever. Start mowing, like because it feels that, oh, ego becomes very strong. So if you put some mark or show some signs, then what happens? The mental condition becomes like that bull and it starts mowing. So one should be careful about it. That's why, no display of even the rosary should not be displayed. It should be one's own. It's not for public. Similarly, pranayam, etc. So people, if they show in public, that means that ego comes. So one should be careful about it. Okay, go ahead.
True religion is realization of God. It is not in external religious marks or in scriptural scholarship. Swami Nikhilananda, one of Holy Mother's disciples, wrote, Holy Mother did not care much for book learning if it did not lead to faith in God and love for him. Does one get faith, she asked, by the mere study of books? Too much reading creates confusion.
So this is also said in Veda. Nanudhyayan bahun shastran bago viglapayan hi tat. That means it creates confusion. If you study many books, then it creates confusion. And Sri Ramakrishna said, it is better to hear from someone than to read yourself. When you read yourself, then you have to cogitate, and you have to understand, and you have to know the supporting and the opposing ideas. But if you hear from someone, then you hear the gist of it. So Sri Ramakrishna would say, পড়ার থেকে শোনা ভালো. Better to hear from someone than to read. And শোনার থেকে দেখা ভালো. It is better to see and witness than even hearing. So this is very important, that first we have to hear from those who study this. Then we can save our time. That's why our schools are also colleges like that. The teachers come and teach something. Then we can try to understand and we can increase our knowledge. Okay.
She did not argue or reason, though she stressed the value of discrimination between the real and the unreal, between God and the world. Whatever she taught came from her heart and her inner experience. Once asked for a proof of God's existence, she said, "Why argue about something which you clearly see to exist?" She said to a devotee, "Give up dry discussion, this hodgepodge of philosophy. Who has been able to know God by reasoning?"
So it's not approachable by reasoning. Reasoning is only a cop, a policeman. It helps us to keep away what is not helpful. Through reasoning, we can do that. But reason cannot reach there. That comes with seeking. When you seek it, that realization will come. And that seeking comes when you think about temporariness of this world. This world is not real. The only reality is God. All other are fleeting. This is coming and going. There is no permanency in this. Only God is permanent. When you think that, then only you will have that firm faith. And when you have firm faith, you'll have complete surrender. So this is, philosophy only negates what it is not. It may indicate, okay, this is the way, but philosophy cannot make you realize things. It is neti neti. And with your Shraddha, one-pointed devotion, you realize him. How to realize? As Shankaracharya says, Shastrasya Guru Vakyasya Satya Buddhyavadharanam. That what Guru said, what Shastra, scriptures say, that must be real. That Shraddha should be there. That total faith, one-pointed devotion should be there. Then realization comes. Yeah.
Ramakrishna and Holy Mother were very much against a guru cult, which develops narrowness, bigotry, quarreling, fanaticism, and fights. Once Swami Arupananda said to Holy Mother, "Those who are obtaining your blessings are fortunate indeed. What will happen to people in the future?" "What do you mean?" the mother asked with great surprise. "Why will they too not succeed? God exists everywhere and at all times. Are people not realizing God in other countries?" On another occasion, she said, "Holy men are born on earth to show people the way to God. They teach differently. There are many paths leading to the same goal. Therefore, the teachings of all the saints are true. There are innumerable stories and eyewitness accounts of the mother as a guru."
Okay, one thing should be clear, that especially Vedanta societies and Ramakrishna mission, we say all paths are good and we should not discard anything. The thing is, it should be moral. It should not be just anything. That is why we need help of scriptures, help of reasoning. What is moral? What is rational? Sri Ramakrishna, though, said that if one starts with firm faith on the words of Guru, one attains that. Yeah, he said this also. So at least one should approach that kind of Guru. And that is why we need a little of discrimination. Discrimination is very important. Even for our daily shopping, we discriminate. We don't buy just whatever we put our hands on. We see it, its level, whether it is good, whether it's organic or helpful, healthy. So if we can do this for our ordinary day-to-day life, then we must apply this same principle in our spiritual life also. So, yes, we don't discard anyone, but one thing should be central. What is that? The sincere prayer, earnest seeking. Nothing happens without that. It's not mechanical. It is not just having faith. When you seek earnestly, then only the nature reveals its secret. A scientist in his laboratory, he seeks some truth earnestly, leaving everything aside. Then only he discovers something, some truth, even scientific truth. So this is the way, earnest seeking. So Sri Ramakrishna saying is also good. If you are earnest, then you can achieve that divinity. Even, somebody gave a mantra there, the Meda means lamb. And by repeating that, he perfected. That is simple faith in the words of Guru. So that will do. Because there it is seeking, the person was seeking that truth. So that is important. And it's not immoral. But if a person commits some immoral activities, how can he progress in that path? He cannot. So if some religion or if any path is fraught with some immoral activities, not to follow, that is the help of our scriptures and also rationality. We can understand this is not good. How can I understand? Because that's another way of discrimination. So what is helpful? Now we can see an example. If a person steals something, so what happens? He becomes weak. He's afraid of, he's always doubtful. Somebody is seeing me. Somebody is recognizing me. So if a person steals something, he becomes weak. He becomes shaky, not confident, and he cannot have joy because all the time he's worried. On the other hand, if someone does something which is moral, then he will be confident. He will be not afraid. Abhayam satta samsuddhir jnana yoga vyavasthiti danam damascha yagyascha swadhyaya tapa arjavam. That is why spiritual disciplines are very important. That makes one fearless. So one should be fearless. One should be confident. One should be strong, mentally strong, and one should feel joy. If you, by doing something, you feel joy, confident, strong, and also fearless, then that work is good, moral. If you feel that you are weak, not confident, don't feel joy, know for certain it is not good work. It is immoral. So this is a sure sign. Many times we face this. What should I do? Should I do this or not do? Then this is the criteria. If by doing that we become strong, confident, full of joy, then that is good job. You can go ahead. But if that weakens you, makes you shaky, fearful, and worried, then that is not good job. That's not good work or duty. So one should have that moral character first. Immoral character cannot achieve that highest goal. No. No, he cannot succeed in his pursuit. So this is one thing, Ravana. Ravana was not ordinary person. Very intelligent, very learned. All Vedas he knew. And he did lots of tapasya. Difference is he was egoistic. He was self-centered. He was immoral. That will not help. Only if one is moral, sincere, seeking, then only one will succeed. Yes, go ahead.
There are innumerable stories and eyewitness accounts of the mother as a guru. However, only some important ones are recorded in this chapter. Holy Mother was an incarnation of the Divine Mother, so she could liberate souls by cutting the cord of Maya. Blessed are they who received initiation from her. Fortunately, Holy Mother's grace was not limited to those few who went to her. Her grace and unconditional love continue to flow through millions of people all over the world who come in contact with her through her divine life story and teachings.
So we are connected with Mother. And Mother is present. I can assure you. Mother looks after us. So that is why we are to learn from her divine life. So we have completed this chapter and it's time up today. So anyway, any question? Akshay?
Yes. Like, what does it mean to surrender to God?
Eh?
What does it mean to surrender to God?
Surrender to God. What is the first sentence in the beginning?
What does it mean?
Oh, what does it mean, surrender to God? Yes, very good. Very good question. Okay. We have most difficult thing is ego. Management of ego. We fail. As Sri Ramakrishna said, ego is like Ashwatha tree. If you cut today, it will sprout again. And tomorrow you will see that same tree. You cut it again it will sprout. So it is difficult to go. Ego is difficult to go. So how to manage it? As Sri Ramakrishna said, Thakshala dashami hoye. This ego will not go. So let it be a servant. Let it be like a son. Then what will happen? Ego cannot flourish. It is subservient to the divine. So when we surrender, what happens? We diminish ego. And the whole crux of our sadhana is to this effacing ego. When ego is effaced, what is there? Why you, I, and all others are different, feel different? Because we have little bubble, ego. So when we surrender, then we remove this ego. Sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam braja aham tva sarva papebhya mokshayishyami masucha. Finally, God says this, that leaving aside everything, take shelter in me. And I promise, I'll remove all your bad karma. And you'll achieve me. So this ego separates us. When ego has gone, then there is no separation. Unity. So the secret of this surrender is removal of ego or minimizing its effect. If it is subservient, it cannot spread its hood and cannot hurt anyone. So this is the reason why one should surrender. See, like a child, what child does? Child does not know anything. Mother does everything. Mother feeds the baby, nurses, even cleans. Baby cannot do anything. So mother does everything. So baby knows only one thing. Mother, mother. And like Sri Ramakrishna said, there are two kinds of people. One is like monkey. They cling out unto mother. So monkeys jump from one branch to another. And in the process, the young monkey may fall off. But kittens, they don't know anything. What they do? Mew, mew, mew. And mother, sometimes mother cat taking that babies on the bed of Babu. Babu means aristocrat. Sometimes on the hearth. Sometimes on the heap of ashes. And there, wherever kittens are kept, they only utter mew, mew, mew. So it is surrender, right? And there is no ego there. Mother knows everything. See, Sri Ramakrishna also, after realization, after samadhi, etc., what remained? Only mew, mew. Means everywhere, mother, mother. Even Swamiji looks like he's a giant and jnani, but he also is mother, mother. So after realization comes that realization that I am totally surrendered to that divine. Again, that divine does not mean something else. He is within my heart. Ishvaraha sarva bhutanam riddeshe arjuna tishtati. He resides in all being at the heart. So mother lives in our heart. We surrender to her. Right? And mother knows. Mother does everything. Only you should surrender. Yes. Anything?
Maharaj,
Huh.
if the world is so unreal, then why God comes to this world? He takes birth after birth to save everyone. So this is not that unreal. It's kind of a little
No, it's
real.
okay. For you, that's fine. Like God comes for our sake.
Yeah.
And we conceive that he came, he went away. But he is there all the time with us. We don't say came and went away. We say Avirbhav,
Yeah.
Avataran.
Mm.
Avirbhav means manifestation. So he manifests in front of us. Who says Sri Ramakrishna has gone? He is manifesting within us. Mother is manifesting within us. They have not left us. So it is our great fortune that we came to them. And we think that they came to us. No, we came to them. We came to them. It's our great fortune.
Because he brought us to him.
No. I see, okay, like just a glimpse for you. In our dream, we think that, somebody is creating dream. But when you wake up, then if I ask, who created your dream? Did I go there to create your dream or anyone? You'll know that you created your own dream. Just a little of knowledge. Similarly, whatever we experience, it is our own samskara. We project our own samskara. So to understand this, this looks like this world is real. It looks like, yes. And many times we agree with it because that helps people. But in reality, if you think about it, it's all your projection of your mind. If you are good, your world will be good. If you are bad, your world will be bad. Swamiji said, to a child, there is no thief. He saw that a thief was taking some gold because he knew he was a child. For child, there is no concept of stealing. So he'll understand, oh, it is normal. I'm not saying we should be childish. No. We have to understand that this world that we experience, it is our projection. Okay, we devotees, okay, God created, fine. So if God created for some purpose, what is that purpose? To teach us some lesson. So we have to learn that lesson. So learning lesson means what? He created this school so that we learn our lesson. So school is not permanent. If you are studying in school the whole of your life and you don't pass, so that is that is very unfortunate. We have to cross this school. This world is our school, and God has created that school. From that standpoint, these are various standpoints. So we have to think, God has created this school for me to teach me some lesson. Not to be unstable. Sukhe dukhe samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddha yujyasya naivam papam avapsasi. Making us equanimous in profit and loss, win or defeat, sukhe dukhe, in happiness, in misery. So gradually we have to outgrow this world. That's why, a little of knowledge is good. It prevents us from misunderstanding. And that's a great help. So even devotees also has that tendency of knowledge. Swamiji said, if the whole blood goes to your head or to your limbs or feet, that's not healthy condition. Rather, there should be a balance of all. So karma yoga, Raj yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, it should be a samanvaya, that harmony of all four. And whatever is required where, like head requires more blood should go to head. Limbs requires less blood should go there. So it is called equitable, not equal. Equitable distribution of blood. That's the health, sign of health, condition of health. So only devotion sometimes makes us sentimental and also dogmatic. And only knowledge may make us argumentative, dry. So it is better to have a combination of these, samanvaya, harmony. Then we can apply some knowledge to see this world is not real. It's only a projection. And the goal of life is to attain self-knowledge or God or chosen ideal, whatever we say. There is no difference. And knowledge and devotion are not different. Bhaktya mam avijanati. Through devotion, one knows me. So these two are not different. That's why we should have this. And in Sri Ramakrishna order, we can see this. When Sri Ramakrishna said something, he gave 3-4 examples. So he's a jnani inside, devotee outside. And Swamiji, on the other hand, Jnani outside, devotee inside. And he'll talk like Jnani. But if you contemplate, then you'll understand that Swamiji is a great bhakta. So for us, there is no difference, Jnani and Bhakta. So we take some little knowledge also to see this whole world is only our projection. Okay, so this preamble is for that. Okay.
Okay, Pranam.
Jai Ma, Jai Ma. Om
Pranam.
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tassat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. You wanted to say something? No.
আমাকে বলছেন? No.
Yes. Okay.
No, I already asked. That's
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ritaji.
Pranam.
प्रणाम स्वामी जी
Vijay ji.
हाँ जी प्रणाम स्वामी जी
Deva.
प्रणाम स्वामी
Lalita. Namaste. Namaste. all.
जय माँ
Jai Ma. Topi. Hari
Jai
Om.
Ma. Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you.
Pranam.
Namaste. Namaste.